And again, Mecca Madness Monday. I should dress up a Shinji card just for y'all, but we'll do that another time. So let's get back to the core character creation of this mercenary thing while I'm logging in. A lot of people have asked, so if I take unlucky, if I take madness, if I take timid, if I take enemy, if I take whatever, how does that translate into campaign? And I'm like, really? I'm the GM. I'm not supposed to tell you this. But for the people participating online, let me help. So first, I would like to hop into my folder. Again, this folder is private. Feel free to come download what you need for the campaign. Yada yada yada. There's some artwork and the public stuff, and then the campaign stuff is in the campaign folder. So let me story time, Magic School Bus it, and we can go here. So as you see, I have the template card. We're making custom Alpha Strike cards. You need Photoshop, GIMP, or any photo editing program, photopia.com, that'll let you edit individual layers. Have fun. I gave you all of the backgrounds that I did while I was teaching in New Orleans, Mike Steiner, Karita Liao. I haven't done the clans yet. I'll work on it. Now, let's get back to our key issue. Our key issue is page 1. And I want a clean page 1 that's not written on and not bitter. And I want to do a very quick explanation. So let's start off with life path origin bonuses. First and foremost, everyone gets family trained / nobility. Unless you're one of those hardcore people that, you're a street orphan, war orphan, the world doesn't like you don't want it, okay, then you would start off as an academy dropout, graduate, OCS. Again, we're not doing a clan, so stop asking me. You can't be a clan spy. You can't have 4. It's already enough metagaming without your character having clan knowledge. Let's not. So someone begged me and pleaded, and I'm like, fine, you can have periphery origins. It's mostly a penalty. It doesn't help you. You're a year older. Your piloting skills one worse. You have people that may or may not show up from your home planet in the but hells of nowhere. You have a little bit more support, but your experience is reduced and your tech level is reduced. Why do you want to start with a penalty? Don't know. So my comment is not recommended. Done. So now we're going to hit this section up. Combat experience. And a lot of people are like, oh, my character has a super extensive background. And I'm like, no, they really don't. The way this works is that you can pick 1 or up to 3, but there's a catch. It affects your age and what you get. So if your character is a scummy space pirate, smuggler, paramilitary service, it doesn't improve your gunnery or piloting. You still got warrior support and experience. If you did covert ops, you can take covert ops twice. That's why it has an X1 and an X2. Period. Now, covert ops, you get friends, you get support, you get more experience, you get less equipment. You don't exist. Duh. And you get a higher tech level. Mix and match. Have fun with it. Tours of duty. You can do up to 3 tours of duty. You cannot do 3 tours of duty and covert ops. You can do 1 year, 1 service of covert ops, 1 training battalion, and 1 tour of duty. You can do 2 tours of duty in a training battalion. You can do one tour of duty, two covert ops, but you cannot go over a total of 3 selections. Be very careful. Not trying to min-max or anything, but I like training battalion, I like covert ops, and I like a tour of duty. It works out in its own unique way. So I'm typing this in here because people don't listen or they get confused. So that's why there's comments. So now for the evil GM section that everybody was concerned about. How am I going to take your negative attributes and flip them on you? Hi, welcome to your nightmare. This is where the Liao, hint, 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 Red Devil, the Red Devils, and then we flip back to the House Liao symbol. This is where the Capella enemy comes out. So, bad reputation. You lose some warriors, you lose support, it doesn't affect anything else. That means someone hates you, and randomly that person that hates you that I create will show up and harass you during a mission or a negotiation or in your backstory. Thank you. It gives you one extra positive trait. So let's go down. Combat paralysis hurts your experience. That means randomly in a mission, I'll hand you an index card saying that your commander has triggered a PTSD episode and you are not moving. Or you have to flee combat for 1 turn or D6 amount of turns. You cannot go to combat. You cannot shoot. You can only evade, dodge, or retreat. That would suck. Now, scrolling down, we have enemy. Ooh, I love enemy. You can only select enemy once. Don't give me 8 enemies. It won't help you. It'll only hurt you, especially enemy if my enemy is my friend. So if you have 2 enemies, that's 2 people that'll attack you from opposite sides of the map during a mission. And you don't know if it's going to be a low cost mission or it's going to be a very important battle where you do not want extra opponents. Keep that in mind. Next, madness. Madness makes me smile because there's multiple listed triggers of madness in Battletech games. You lose a teammate, Wolf Dragoons, Condition Feral. Friendly Dragoon that goes down, your entire team focuses on a person that shot your friend. You completely lose sight of mission objectives. Interesting. Hold that thought. So then, madness is bad enough. Timid. Timid's a joke. You only lose experience. That means in a mission, I'm going to say you hang back for a turn. Or if it's a 6-turn game and you need a 7th turn, I'm going to say you're timid. You lose that extra turn to complete the objective. Sorry. Unlucky. Unlucky is a ballsy iron cast steel cojones negative trait to take. So here's how I deal with unlucky. You score a headshot. I make you re-roll it. You lose the kill. You're salvaging a mech. You salvage it. I make you re-roll it. You lose it. Oh well. Unlucky. You're expecting reinforcements. I roll a D3. They're delayed D3 turns. Your mech passes a piloting skill roll in a classic game. I give you a +3 modifier and make you reroll because you're unlucky. Unlucky is a very dangerous negative trait to take with me as the GM. I'm warning you now. Next, if your character takes social charisma 3 or less, you will never have full salvage rights in any mission you take, unless you balance it out some other way. Now, let's explain again. You can take 5 positive character traits in the basic version of unit creation. If you take 2 negative traits, then you can take 2 extra positive traits that make sense for a total of 9 character traits. Your character will be a schizophrenic basket case by the time I get done with him. Don't do it. Take 1 negative, any negative, take 1, and take an additional positive. Because, bad reputation, combat paralysis makes sense. Enemy and timid makes sense. You were bullied at the academy. You can fill it in with any of the character building tables in any of the Mech Warrior books. Unlucky and bad reputation makes sense. You just cursed. I can roll with that, but don't overdo it. That's the whole hint. So I hope this video explains your character creation moments in detail. Your commander is the nucleus of the unit. If your commander dies, well, you're in trouble. Ooh. Oh, we'll negotiate. I'm going to say you're captured, and especially of your enemy. So I hope this worked out, and I hope this helped you all plan out your characters better. I'll do another section on another video on the other stuff. So stay tuned.